So I am starting off with a highlighted kind of baked highlighter. This is just a kind of yellow goldy, really summery colour, and just a kind of normal applicator brush. This is from MAC. So that goes all over. I put it on the brow bone as well, and I kind of avoid the corner of the eye, and you'll see why soon. So you do that on one eye, and then naturally you would do it on the other eye too. I find that this just really brightens up the eye, and it just gives you a really kind of natural, kind of innocent look. Obviously, if you were doing, you could leave this just as it is, or you can continue the way I have and do it like a smoky eye, which is the whole kind of purpose of doing a smoky eye, because the impact of the smokiness basically distracts from the acne. So then what I would do is take a kind of bronzer colour. I will leave all the products below, so this just kind of goes most of the way over your eye, so it doesn't go into the corner either. And the brush I'm using is a kind of blending brush. It's a super fluffy brush, and it is amazing for blending. So that is our third colour. That's me dancing. That's embarrassing. Again, you do the same on the other eye. That kind of goes mainly in the crease and partially over the lid, as you can see. And you just kind of make sure that that's obviously even and symmetrical. It is hard getting it symmetrical, but with work you can do it. Then I kind of tend to shape it a little into the eye to give it a kind of wing, which obviously gives your eye a bit more of a defined shape. So once that's done, you just make sure it's all blended. That's me dancing again. Then you take a darker colour. If you like, you can leave it like that. I've taken a kind of plum colour, and that's me showing you that I'm using the same brush. So you take a bit of your darker colour, and then that also goes in the crease, but in a less kind of, it doesn't go down the lid as much. It only goes slightly down the lid, and this basically gives you a lot more definition, and this basically creates your smoky eye. So at this point I think it's kind of best to speed it up to show you to do the same eye. Now once that's done, all you would need to do is make sure that it's all blended properly, because you don't want a kind of harsh look, you want it to look smoky, hence the name smoky eye. So you just make sure that that's all kind of even and obviously looks the same. Then what you do is clean up a little bit. Then I take a kind of gold, kind of really shimmery, kind of pigmented colour, and I take a smaller brush and put this in the corner of my eyes, top and bottom, and that just really opens up the eyes and again makes them appear brighter. For some reason today I have super red eyes. No jokes, but I'm not sure as to why it's there, but that will be covered with makeup, which is easily done. So obviously you would do the corners of both eyes, cheeky little wink and drink in there. Then you take your eyeliner. The eyeliner I use is super easy to use. I can do eyeliner like on the bus with this, which is a hard task. So you just do kind of whatever type of line you like. You can do thick, thin. With this look, I'm not really concerned about wings, so this is why this wing's untidy, and you'll see why in a second. So it's not really essential that your wing's perfect. I know that is hard getting a perfect wing. So the reason we're not doing that is because we're going to blend the wing into the colour of the darker kind of eyeshadow that we've done. So we do the same on the other eye, and then you make sure it goes into the corners, because that also opens up your eyes. Then I use a kind of crayon type eyeliner. Now the reason I show you two fingers is because I'm going to show you two ways to do it. So most people kind of freak out, so have to draw their eye down, and then from there just fill in as much as they can. So that's fine, and then clean up after, like I'm doing here. That's obviously fine for you to do, but the way that I tend to use it most is the second way, because this gets it in your bottom waterline and your top waterline. I'm not going to show you how to do mascara, that's easy. After that I just use like a clear gel and put it over my eyebrows just to kind of set them, and then I take a darker colour. It's just a couple of shades darker than my natural brows. I've just tinted them, so technically they're not natural. And this is me showing you that my brush has two ends. I'm using the flat end today, so it's not angled, and I basically just draw in my brows. At this moment in time I'm not going to tell you how to do that, because I find that most people tend to have their own way of doing it and their own kind of shape and method that they like to do. So this is how I fill in my brows. Now I haven't showed you, but I cleaned it up a little with concealer, which most people also do. and in a second you'll probably notice that magically my other brow is done. I did cut that out because it's just kind of time consuming and there's no need for that. So once your brows are done, I just put another coat of mascara on. And I love mascara, so I use a lot of it often. I go through so much mascara, it's unbelievable. I have like 3 different tubes. Now on to lipstick. I feel with unless you're going for a really glam kind of red carpet look, that a nude lip or a very light lip is essential to a smoky eye. This is nude, but it doesn't look nude in the lighting. It looks kind of like I have foundation lips. It doesn't look like that in person, but what I've done for the purposes of this video, as you'll see in a second, is I've taken a kind of a mixed pink eyeshadow. So you mix the two together with your finger or whatever. You dab it on your top lip and then do the lip thing that everyone knows how to do, and then you do it again and just blend it all in, and it gives you this really kind of pinky nude, kind of just generally nice colour. I added a bit too much, so it went a bit darker than I wanted, but that's it basically finished, and it's very distracting, I find, and it works very well. So hopefully you've enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, of course you know where to find me as well. Thanks again.